Okay, so if we talk about the legends to climb ranked with, this is probably the number one thing that I get asked all the time. Like, how do I climb ranked? How do I climb ranked? You specifically want to focus on probably the skirmisher roles, and then focus, like, the assault roles are good and everything like that. But I would say the skirmisher legends, they all have something in common, and one that is like fighting capabilities and movement. It kind of feels like the overall consensus of that group. And when you really start to break down that group, you know, all the skirmishers in this row right here, and then you have all the assault characters in this row. You have your zone characters, you have your little tanks. So when we really think about it, so a lot of escape legends, I mean, it's something that movement is the bread and butter of Apex. Movement helps you potentially rat to a second place if you're caught out. Team dies, what's the first thing you do? You grapple out, you Valk ult out, you find some type of way to escape. And I think that's what makes this top row. Almost every single legend in this top row is viable, including Mirage. I showed it back in the earlier kind of split. I would definitely choose any one of these legends, specifically for the movement as well. You can also categorize Vantage in this. I think Vantage has great movement. Newcastle is another legend where if you wanted to play a little bit more defensively, does have that movement to where, like, I know a lot of people who really love Gibby, they find themselves, they throw the bubble down. They're like, I don't have movement. You want to play a tankier character, you want to play a support character. I would think that you would play Newcastle more than Gibby, just for the simple fact that you still get the shield. You actually get like 2 shields, and then that res is just super, super important. You drag it out of like a seer queue, things like that. Actually, let me also start this off by this. Every single legend in Apex Legends or ranked is viable. If you wanted to play Rampart, you wanted to play Bloodhound, if you wanted to play Crypto, if you wanted to play whatever legend in this list, you will 100% reach the goal you want to reach. There is no kit in this whole Apex Legends game that will prevent you from climbing. Is there better legends that make it easier? Yes, every single one of these legends has the ability to climb. As you get higher on the list, the one thing that's a common denominator for growth is positioning. Knowing when to take a fight and when to back up, ending the fight as quickly as possible, stuff like that. Please don't get discouraged by anything that I say in terms of, like, if it's not your favorite legend, you can still climb. I'm just giving you the best legends to pick from, like, I guess like ranking standpoint. If I had to choose, not like in any particular order, it's literally the whole top row. I would do this. These 2 legends right here for ranked is phenomenal. You will always find success. Right here, phenomenal. Always find success. Bloodhound, you'll always find success. Seer, always find success. These legends right here are a common meta. I would say this is out as well. This. Octane is a bit of a different pick. Definitely can see Octane being a part of this list as well. A lot of people are playing Catalyst right now. And I'm not trying to mark this as an S tier, by the way. I'm just saying that these are the most legends that you're going to see. Any one of these legends are a pick that, if picked, you are going to see this the most in ranked, and you're going to climb the most in ranked. A lot of this meta goes, Pathfinder, Valk with a scan character. Boom. Like, it would look like this. These 3 right here, swap out the Valkyrie, throw in the Wraith, swap out the Pathfinder, throw in the Wraith, and now you have this. This is your meta right here. So if I were to give you combinations of certain legends, it would be Wraith, Pathfinder, Seer. You can have Wraith, Valkyrie, Seer. You can have Pathfinder, Seer, Valkyrie. The main thing that we're looking at, by the way, is you have a movement character. You also have one here, but you have a zone rotation. So if you want to fight on edge, or you want to fight in zone, or whatever whatever that is, you can Valk ult out, as well as if Valkyrie dies, you can actually send zip lines. Obviously, you could play Bloodhound. Having a scan character in ranked is huge. Seer as well can use his Q if you're having trouble gaining RP by hitting a player with a Q and them popping up on scan. If they die, you get the assist for it. Any one of these characters, like I said, really, really good. Maggie's good because, again, this isn't a tier list. I don't want anybody to look at this as a tier list. I'm just saying the legends you're going to see the most when you play ranked is this. So Loba's really good. So ignore the order of this list. I couldn't even order it if I could. Loba is the best legend in terms of, Newcastle could be thrown in there too, but because she has movement. So she can use her Q and separate herself from the enemy teams and allowing her to craft banners. But not only that, she can use her ultimate, grab a mobile respawn beacon. She is definitely one of the best legends for ranked. This right here is a very, very, very strong pool of characters that if you wanted to climb ranked, you could pick up any one of these legends, master them, learn them, and you will find success. The only one that I would even debate in being in this list is Octane, because this list is so strong. I would even probably throw this out. In terms of like ease of use and friendliness, you could throw Vantage in there. You can even throw Lifeline in there for the reses. But other than that, man, this whole list, these legends are more difficult, still viable, still good. If you picked it, you're great. You're fine. But this right here, this lineup, it's just, it'll let you have an easier time. Every single one of these characters, if you play them, if you master them, you will climb to masters. There is no legend that will prevent you from getting masters. It's not the legend. Every single one of these legends you can get to masters with. So like, I'm trying to explain to you, if you want to find success in ranked, you could definitely swap your legend. Definitely climb with any legend, but these legends in particular, and I explained why, whether it's the kit about movements, also kit, some of these legends have what I like to call oh shit buttons. Any ability that gets you out of a team fight and gets you to safety are all oh shit buttons. Like we talked about in terms of ranked, what helps you climb, aggressive characters like these characters. By going in gold, you know, Octane, Wraith, Lifeline. You'll see that in the lower tiers. You'll see that people are playing different legends. Still very viable. Platinum, Catalyst, Vantage, Movement. Yep, Wraith, kind of all movement characters. But you're not really going to see like the off picks too much. See, Loba, Revenant, Catalyst. The Revenant is definitely like a new one. Baby Nikki, Seer, Catalyst, Watson. Definitely a super viable comp. If I were to simplify this list, it would be this. And then when you get to the higher tiers, you throw in the Maggie, you throw in the Bloodhound, throw in the Newcastles and the Vantages and everything else. This right here is probably, if you're climbing ranked right now at like gold, platinum, you probably stick to these. Maggie requires a little bit of skill, you know, using that ball effectively. I would say is easier than Seer, but I think Seer is more useful with his ultimate ability. You can play with these three. You can do 1, 2, 3. You can do 1, 2, 3. Like, it doesn't matter. You can mix and match at any way, shape, or form. Throw this all together. You can get a solid 3 stack that you'll see consistently. What about Watson? I think Watson's great. Watson is a phenomenal legend, especially if you like to play zone. Her ultimate ability is still probably one of the best, most useful abilities in the game. Is there any one legend you think a team have making a push for Diamond Masters? Valkyrie. The only reason I choose Valkyrie over like Wraith, Pathfinder, a scan character, things like that, she has a balloon as an ultimate ability. You press your ult, you are flying to zone, you are getting to safety. I think she's the best legend for that.